Hey guys, welcome to Dissolving Depression. So, this course is a complete step by step guide for dissolving depression permanently. Now, this is the course that I wish I would have had about 25 years ago because I had a run in with depression that was enormous. It was the kind of depression where you're standing in front of your bathroom mirror and you're wondering, how in the world did this happen? And how much longer can I go on like this? I mean, it was the real deal. And so this course is the course I wish I would have had back then. Back then, I didn't have anything really to lead me through. I actually went to the counselor at work. The counselor at work referred me to some expert downtown. I think it was a psychiatrist. That went nowhere. I went to meditation, yoga guru. That led nowhere. So I kind of had to roll up my sleeves and just figure this out on my own. Luckily, I came across a number of different sources. In fact, a ton of them, about 125. I actually counted all of them up one time. Actually, much more than that, because there were audio programs too. And so what I ended up doing was pulling out these little bits and pieces and slowly kind of crawled my way out of this. But it was a permanent dissolving of this depression, not something that I then had to manage through anything at all. It was completely gone. And so I remember at a certain point, I looked back on that whole experience and I thought to myself, all of these individuals who themselves had found this real understanding, why didn't, at least one of them stop and think to themselves, maybe I should lay a map, a guide for somebody who's brand new, they don't know anything about these things. Maybe I should lay a guide for them to find their way through all of this. And so that's what I set out to do with this course. For somebody who knows absolutely nothing about these real principles of dissolving these internal conditions, whether it's depression, it could be anxiety, it could be a relationship, heartache, heartbreak, anger, anything at all. These conditions are all powered by the exact same set of internal dynamics. Once you understand any one of these conditions, all the way to the end, you've understood all of those conditions. So it's kind of exciting. This course, even though it's going to be sort of customized for the topic of depression, it covers all of them. So if you know somebody who's suffering with these kinds of things, let them know about the course. They can work through it with you. It's quite helpful to have another interested partner, a friend, family member, who themselves want to know about these things. Super helpful. So share it with them. I got to tell you now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist. I'm an engineer by education. But what I also am is somebody who was unable to find answers through experts, through counselors. And by the way, some of them even prescribed medication. That didn't work. So I'm just somebody who found themselves in this condition, had to find their way out of it. And then I've spent 25 years since then clarifying and making these things as clear as possible for people. And so what I decided to do was, especially given the prevalence of this condition right now, I wanted to put this course together for anybody who might need it. So my intention behind this course is to provide kind of a shortcut. For me, it was months of trying to pull together these little bits and pieces, probably at least 6 months of just utter bleakness. But it probably spilled out even further than that, 8 months, maybe even as much as a year. And I know some people who've been struggling with this condition for 30 years. And when we began to talk about these ideas, it was a matter of a few discussions, maybe 10 discussions, and this condition dissolved for them. Now, of course, it's always different and unique for each individual, but I know these things actually work. So give yourself to them, immerse yourself in them. There are truly breathtaking discoveries that will come to you as part of your exploration of all of these lessons. All right, so lots of great things ahead. What do you say we go ahead and get started?